2003 TVR Tuscan. The British company TVR has released several amazing sports cars, known for their convenient handling and insane speed. This car can reach 60 miles per hour in just 3.7 seconds, and the maximum speed of the car is 200 miles per hour. The capacity of the engine is noteworthy. Under its hood, the car generates 440 horsepower. However, most of these machines created between 1996 and 2006 were banned in the US due to non-compliance with safety regulations. Also, the design of the 2003 TVR Tuscan chosen by the manufacturer caused it many problems with supervisory authorities. The fact is that Peter Wheeler, who owned the company at that time, decided that the airbags and the automatic braking system give drivers a false sense of security and can cause a large number of accidents. Therefore, during this 10-year period, he didn't equip them in any of the models, and as a consequence, these cars are not allowed to ride American roads. Mercedes F015 Luxury in Motion. The new luxury sedan Mercedes F015 Luxury in Motion, presented in Las Vegas at the International Exhibition of Consumer Electronics 2015, is equipped with an autonomous control system and is an example of the future of automobiles. The fully working prototype of the Mercedes-Benz F015 can move both with the help of the driver and autonomously. Thanks to the complex system of radars and sensors, this car recognizes markings, traffic signs, and traffic lights. This model is able to autonomously take the right decision in the most difficult traffic situation. The car is equipped with two electromotors that generate 270 horsepower, which allows the Mercedes to reach 60 miles per hour in 6.7 seconds. But there's a little problem. In several cases, the law requires unmanned vehicles to have a steering wheel installed on the driver's seat and a person inside the car who, in an unforeseen situation, could take control of the vehicle. For this reason, India banned the use of both this car and other unmanned vehicles. Lotus Elise S1. Focus more on speed and maneuverability than safety, all Elise models released from 1996 to 2001 were blacklisted by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. In earlier models of this car, there were no roof or windows to reduce the total weight of the car, allowing it to go from 0 to 60 in just 5.8 seconds. With an engine power of 118 horsepower and a weight of 1,600 pounds, this car could easily reach a top speed of 150 miles per hour. This made it fast and furious. However, Lotus took things farther and created a model without a hydraulic steering wheel and without a brake booster, and this in turn did not satisfy American security services. Toyota Hilux. This pickup truck is famous all over the world for being practically indestructible. The power of the Hilux engine is 177 horsepower, and the maximum speed of the car is 110 miles per hour. Apart from being extremely quiet while working, the capacities of the vehicle are outstanding. It can pull a tug weighing 3.2 tons, that's 1 ton heavier than the car itself. The Toyota Hilux is one of the most reliable cars on the market, but US residents can't drive this car in their homeland, at least in the near future. The Hilux has a turbo diesel engine, and due to non-compliance with US environmental regulations for air quality, it's not available for import. HSV Maloo R8. The company Holden Special Vehicles has modified a number of models, including those made by other manufacturers. One of them, the Maloo R8, is a general-purpose car which has been produced since 1990. In 2001, the R8 set a world record as the fastest pickup truck, reaching a speed of 165 miles per hour. The version of this car with a manual transmission could reach a maximum engine power of 591 horsepower. However, this car never reached the US borders. The car was marked as being too dangerous, and since a small amount of Maloo R8 models were released, no one has ever tried to prove otherwise. Alfa Romeo 8C Spider 2010. Only 500 Spider models and 500 Competizione models of this car were produced in 2010. The vehicle's equipped with a soft-top roof which must be manually disconnected from the windscreen and a 450 horsepower engine. The technical characteristics of the car allow it to reach 60 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds. So it's not surprising that this car was recognized as one of the best creations of the company. But because of this engine power, this model automatically didn't get permission to enter the US market, and you won't see it on the roads of this country. Nissan Skyline R34 GTR 1999. Despite the fact that nowadays Nissan cars can be seen on the roads of any American city, it was not always like that. The main problem, of course, was that Nissan produced right-hand drive cars, which was uncomfortable or even unacceptable for the United States, and such cars were heavily taxed, meaning that the cost was 150% higher than in other countries. In addition, in the early stages of the importation of these cars into the country, there were many problems with all the technical novelties of the vehicle. According to one version, the Skyline was one of the first cars to display various statistics about the car during its operation, and the amount of computer innovation seriously troubled customers. Volkswagen Amarok. Like many other cars on this list, Volkswagen's offspring was also banned in the US, despite the fact that most countries happily allow these cars on public roads. According to some captious American experts, the Amarok does not have some vital safety functions necessary to be approved, and apparently in the near future, this car will not be able to ride the streets of the United States. However, the States are not the only country where the Volkswagen Amarok faced serious difficulties. In some areas of Moscow, photo and video cameras decided that the car was a load truck and prohibited it from entering certain areas. At the same time, serious financial penalties are levied for violation of the ban, and to date there is no way to cope with this technical malfunction. Jaguar XJ220S 1993. This car, released in a limited edition in 1993, was an everyday version of the famous racing car the XJ220C, produced by the famous company Jaguar. In fact, it was one of the company's very first supercars, and according to some sources, the most expensive Jaguar car ever. Unfortunately, in attempts to adapt the classic racing characteristics for everyday needs, the designers reduced the weight of the car by 440 pounds, which made it very uncomfortable and even unsafe. In addition, the tight pedals, the lack of a hydraulic steering wheel, and the extreme simplicity of the cabin made steering the supercar physically difficult in an urban environment. According to unofficial data, the maximum speed of the Jaguar was 220 miles per hour, which also banned the car from public roads. TVR Sagaris. Another TVR car on our list, the Sagaris is also famous for its complete non-compliance with safety regulations. In the car there are no airbags, nor an anti-lock brake system, and all because of the strange ideas of the owner of the company on driver's safeness. Despite the fact that visually any of the cars of this British brand look stylish and modern, but because of security reasons you probably won't see any TVR cars in the US. Guys, it's time to recharge your brain. Visit the channel Brain Time. There you'll find a lot of interesting and useful facts, lots of positive energy, and tons of useful information. Subscribe right now. We promise it's going to be really exciting.